Hi AD, I'm Margot Robbie.
I'm Scarlett Hessian, their designer.
Welcome to the new LuckyChap offices. We can't wait to show you around. So you're in the entrance space now, and so obviously we needed a place where people, when coming in for meetings and things, could wait but feel comfortable.
It's the double height space. Like, it needed some gooby pendants that hang like this. It sort of feels very 1950s to me. And this is like a really famous old sofa by a Danish designer, Wilhelm Lauritzen. And we had it reupholstered in this sort of like minty color. It's not an uncomfortable waiting room. You're not too close to anybody, hopefully. The tones throughout the space are all natural and soft.
Scarlett did a lot of work. It was pretty stark, very concrete, a bit industrial feeling. The exposed rock wall was already here, and instead of trying to cover it up, we thought, let's keep it and kind of play off it a little bit. So it ends up being, like a mid-century kind of vibe. Still fun, but elevated and sophisticated at the same time. This was all open right down this left side, and we kind of built in these kind of individual offices, put the assistant desks in the middle so that we could have a central kind of hub and everyone can kind of communicate more easily. So the chairs are actually in the Barbie movie when you're in the Mattel CEO office and all the Mattel guys are sitting around on pink chairs. These are the chairs. We just had them reupholstered. Because at the end of the movie, I mean, they were quite expensive actually. And I was like, wait, what's going to happen to these chairs?
And they're like classic Saarinen office chairs. So I was like, can we please get those?
This is actually, I think, probably one of the first pieces of art I ever bought. An artist I think is really cool, Anne Tran. It's obviously quite big and it couldn't fit in my house on any wall space, so we put it here at the office, and it kind of helped dictate the color palette for the office in the end.
Yeah, it was a nice starting point that sort of then led into like the walls being this deeper blue-green color and like the red tones that you'll see in the rest of the space.
Actually, no one wanted this office. Everyone was like, oh, the space is so weird. Like, I don't want my office in here. And then we were going to use it maybe as like a stock room. And I was like, no, I'll have this as my office. And Scarlett obviously was a genius about utilizing a very strange shape. And I love it now.
Yeah, we had to like somehow integrate this.
Yeah, this couldn't be moved. So
we designed the desk and the bookcase to sort of be one unit. And then lovely for you to be able to have meetings opposite each other.
I mean, this is another handy feature. Got whiteboards behind all these curtains, but it's just nice to not have to take everything down from the whiteboards between meetings. I can just kind of hide it. This is a little comfy corner to do reading in, and this chair is actually called the Margot chair.
And then this is a really fun lamp that's a finished design. It's got tassels.
So I said to Scarlett, I wanted my office to feel light. I wanted a lot of comfortable places to sit, since I end up doing so much reading. And so kind of making this whole section one big couch was probably the first thing that we designed, along with the siding and the desk. We bought that lamp together in Paris. Yeah. And then wherever possible, natural light. So out there is obviously not such a gorgeous view, but I still get the natural light through the frosted glass. We are standing in the kitchen. We use this space a lot. It's kind of where most people at the company end up congregating.
It's where everybody comes together. There's like always food in the fridge. People have breakfast, lunch, and sometimes dinner here. And we wanted to just keep it very clean, minimal, like respecting the architecture of the space and open.
Honestly, some people at the company are very good cooks and they get quite fancy. The air fryer gets a real workout, but it doesn't look so cute on the bench, so we've tucked it away right now. And I mean, people literally will use the oven and properly bake. No, everyone's very generous.
Yeah, breakfast feels like everybody makes eggs for each other. Yeah.
I love these. These are one of my favorite kind of light features in the office.
I really like light white fixtures, and I think we needed something across here that sort of broke up the neutral palette, but across the space, everything is very mid-century but minimal, and these are a nice example of that.
I think like everyone's offices have like their own kind of flair, and a lot of them are darker. So the kitchen, was just lighter, and also so this space kind of feels a bit more open, I think.
And like welcoming when you come in, I think. It's like, come and sit at the bar, have a drink.
Yeah. Speaking about, we'll get to the bar. It's just a little moment on the staircase.
Well, we needed somewhere to put all your books.
We have a lot of books, and also we were too embarrassed to put any awards anywhere else around the office, so we
I've styled them in.
Yeah. we kind of like hide them amongst the books, and it's a humble brag that way, I guess.
And also this chair is really cool. We got it on auction, and it's like actually a piece of art from the 70s that came as a flat pack, and then you would build them. I had it reupholstered in a nice orange velvet to give a little moment, a reading moment for people.
I'm not going to lie, no one sits there.
I know,
reads, but it looks amazing.
Welcome.
This is the screening room area.
We wanted to make sure that every employee could potentially fit in here. So we had to get a really big couch, which is this beautiful corduroy sofa from Eliasson from Sweden. And then we've got these really cool chairs that are very comfortable. And then custom made benches to go under the TV. And this is actually your old kitchen island.
Our kitchen island. And then we converted it into a coffee table because we couldn't find one big enough. So actually worked out perfect. It feels cozy in here, I think, because of the dark paint and the kind of darker colors, but also because we're kind of on the mezzanine section right now, we have these curtains that are kind of a thicker material, so it's less sound pollution, I guess, for the rest of the office. But that also kind of makes it feel like a cozy theatre vibe, I think.
I sourced these vintage wall lights from an old cinema in Paris. We had those shipped over because it felt suitable for the screening room.
And the B&O speakers, actually, normally you're like, how do I hide speakers? But when they're really pretty, you're like, oh no, have them out. So yeah, people watch movies, people watch cuts of films that we're editing. And because of course we were off shooting and then everyone else, back in the office is like, what's happening on set? And to be able to share that with everyone is like a nice moment. Through to the conference room. Table is massive. When we do our big company-wide meetings, we often end up here. Anything more official, we end up here. Ross Allen made this table and we gave it like a pinkish hue to kind of celebrate the Barbie
It was a nod.
Success that we were having at the time when we were putting this together. And then, of course, every good office should have a functioning bar, in our opinion. So we have our bar here.
We wanted to sort of tie into the 1940s vibe of a bar that felt right with the pink table. So we chose this maple burl and this gorgeous red marble that sort of actually looks like wood, and a little brass Swedish detail to sort of make the glasses sparkle. Oh, there's a drinks trolley. So the idea is when you have a party, someone can stroll around with a trolley.
And we've done that, actually. You just pull out the drinks trolley. It's great. But Diageo kindly decked it out for us and gave us Guinness on tap. And then every couple months, we get to pick a new cocktail to have on tap as well. It's dangerous. It's wonderful, though.
Everybody loves Guinness.
We love Guinness.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get a good Guinness in LA. So
this is good. It's creamy. And if you know how to pour it, I'm not going to do that because my Irish boyfriend will kill me.
And having a fresh keg and having the pipes cleaned and all that is always going to make your Guinness taste a lot better.
Can everybody split the G?
No, I mean, I always try to, but
I can.
Every time?
Pretty much.
Are you joking?
I mean, it depends how many I've had.
Yeah. Can you imagine if that was the interview process? Just put a Guinness in front of people. Split the G, you're hired. Well, we wanted to utilize the outdoor space that we had and kind of make it so that people actually really could come up here and have their lunch out here or hang out here. Obviously, we're in LA, so the weather's always good and it's always worth coming outside. Again, it was like an awkward kind of shape and Scarlett made the most of it.
Yeah, we had these planters built to try and create this greener edge because it was very hard up here, and just sort of create some movement with the plants, which is nice when there's a breeze. The orange just looks fun. The chairs are really mid-century around the table. It felt playful, it sort of felt really Californian, but sophisticated still, which felt on brand.
I mean, a lot of the time people are up here having
Guinness.
Lunch up here, having a Guinness. Actually, we've got Hugo's on tap now.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
I know. Little kitchenette, coffee station. If you're a coffee nerd, I think you'll appreciate this. This is the Rocket. You have to be an experienced barista, essentially, to be able to make a coffee in this office because the equipment is very sophisticated. Tom made us all do a lesson with an actual barista who came in and showed everyone how to work the machine. And now everyone can make really good coffee, to be fair. We've just swapped over to soft water. It's a whole thing. It's getting out of control.
It's plumbed.
It's
here to stay.
It's probably more like carefully cared for than the Guinness tap upstairs even, which is saying something.
Yeah, so the ceramic cups are from a local ceramicist, Peter Shire. Actually, Tom sourced these. He fell in love with them, but it is a really good coffee machine.
And it's really good coffee.
And I can use it.
Honestly, if you ever come by, we'll make you a coffee. You won't be mad. So we're in Tom's office. He's got a very nice office. I suspect he went slightly over budget. It's a beautiful office.
The rug is amazing in here. It's such a bright pop of color. Like everything we put on it just looked good. But this is a vintage couch that I actually tried to put in your house. And then I was like, didn't fit. And then it fit here. So I got it for here. And this art looks amazing on the blue wall.
One of my favorite artists, maybe my favorite actually, Takaka Yamaguchi. I really wish this was in my office, but anyways. And then we got the exposed kind of rock wall, which ended up looking really great.
It's quite James Bond. Very embarrassing that we don't need to show this. This is, I painted this. I don't know why. I was like, he always has it up. It's so sweet. Really embarrassing.
It's quite James Bond. That's how I sold it to him. Like this desk, the lamp, the wall. I think he was like my evil layer. It was good.
Good way of saying it to him.
Tom loves antiques and vintage pieces. Things that have a story. You're both like that. You like things that sort of have a history to them and add character to a space.
And kind of collect pieces like along our travels as well. That little shark we found in Italy. Yeah. So yeah.
And Tom likes to sleep on this couch.
Tom takes a lot of naps on this couch.
This way.
This is Josey's office. I also really love this office.
Yeah.
I love the carpet in here. More reupholstered Barbie chairs.
And we also got Josey a gorgeous vintage Milo Baumann desk. And then these are also a similar period design side tables that are vintage. And Josey has had this poster.
He's had that poster for so long.
For a long time. And it sort of was the first thing I knew I had to work with in here. And it's great where it is. And then all your potential projects are on the wall.
And the Fontana.
When we started the project, I knew there was going to be a lot of walls to cover, and everybody, it's lovely, like lots of the staff have their own offices, so I wanted to personalize them. I asked, do you have a favorite movie poster as a starting point? And then had a conversation with everybody about what art they like, what colors they hate, kind of thing, and then curated the collections that is in each person's office.
Thanks for coming by, AD. We hope you enjoyed the tour of the office. We got to get back to work now.
See you later.